All right, welcome in Birdland. It is our first edition of Down the Line for the 2025 season. Melanie Newman and our first guest of the year, Charlie Morton. And Charlie, I want to kick this off because I've listened to you talk about everything from barbecue to different music genres, your affinity for American history. And to me, you're one of the more introspective, well-spoken guys in the game. It gives me the Crash Davis or a Felix White type of vibe, and he's an artist with the Maccabees, so he's not even playing the game. So for you, when you look at this collection over the years of memories and knowledge and everything else, how do you see yourself as a person?
I don't know. I mean, I think I try to be where my feet are and realize and be aware of the fact that I'm a different person than I was 10 years ago or 5 years ago or 15 years ago. And I think that I've changed a lot in a lot of ways, and in the good ways, hopefully I've stayed the same. But I don't know. I don't know how much I actually step back and view myself, other than the fact that I'm trying to be a good human. Yeah.
I'd say that's excelled so far. You and your wife, Cindy, 4 kids. How was that approach of, this is the family we want to build, and acknowledging that you have some obstacles to work around, as demanding as the sport can be?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were striving to be simple people, and in a world and in a profession that can complicate that with money, with travel. I think the success that I've had and where baseball has brought us has kind of given us, or maybe even taken away some of the perspective that we were hoping for and I was hoping for. Because we live in our little bubble. We live down in Florida, and we're a professional baseball family, and I've been doing this now since I was 18, over half of my life. So I think, with that, it's, I think there are a lot of things about me that I'm proud of, but at the same time, I'm a little disappointed in myself at times, because I think that baseball and life in general can get in the way of the simpler things that we've enjoyed, or the time that I get to spend with my family or lack thereof, or whatever has complicated it. So I think in a lot of ways, yeah, I'm very privileged. I'm very blessed to have been able to experience all this. But also I'm very aware of the fact that we could be living very different lives, and I'm aware of that.
You have had some prolific moments in this game. You've experienced the journeyman life. You actually talked about your love for the lower levels of minor league baseball. And as someone who's stood on the mound in Game 7 of the World Series, one of your favorite moments is when the lights are off in the stadium. What has been, if you had to pick one, though, that overall memory that just really clings to you?
I don't know. I think I have lived multiple lives in the sport. Like, I think I've gotten to experience some really low lows, some really high highs. I think probably the first one that would hit me would be that night we clinched at Wrigley in 2013. We sent the Buccos to their first playoff appearance in 20 years, first winning season we'd had, and I still remember kind of like walking out of the stadium that night. You mentioned like the fans that were gone, and like we had the celebration in the clubhouse, and I got to go out and the moon was out, and it's kind of like this romantic setting at Wrigley Field. And then I got to experience a lot of moments like that. I got to experience a bunch of do or die games, a bunch of games that I got to start that where the whole season was on the line, and I got to feel those feelings before those games, and the doubt, the worry, and then I got to experience actually stepping out in the field with those groups of guys, and and feeling that bond and that connection in the clubhouse and on the field. So I don't think there's any one in particular. I think there's just been so many moments that I've gotten to experience that really have been special, not just from a professional, but on a personal level. So, and that's all, that's all because of this game. That's all because I've been able to be lucky enough to kind of hang around and be trusted with the ball and be on some really special teams.
Well, hopefully, and we have got a lot more that we will be very lucky if we can to learn from you this season as well. Guys, this is Down the Line with Charlie Morton. And who knows, maybe you'll get some Orioles stylings to describe the season sometime soon.